Toru Dutt's poem Christmas, which is a translation of French poem by Théophile Gautier, is a gentle and beautiful retelling of the birth of Jesus Christ. The poem describes the peaceful, quiet moment when Jesus was born, but it also highlights how still and poor the setting was. It combines feelings of joy and celebration with a sense of calm and stillness. The poem captures the miracle of Christ's birth in a way that shows both greatness of the event and the humble conditions in which it took place. In the poem, we are first taken to the sky where snow is falling. This image gives the scene a sense of purity and quiet beauty. Then the poem moves to the outside of the manger where Jesus is about to be born. There are no fancy decorations or comfortable things, just spider webs hanging instead of curtains. Inside, we find the baby Jesus lying on fresh straw with only the warm breath of friendly oxen to keep him warm. There are no signs of wealth or luxury, just the loving presence of his mother, Mary, and the simple animals of the farm. As the poem continues, angels are shown singing to nearby shepherds, announcing and celebrating the birth of the Savior. This movement through different spaces, the sky, the outside of the manger, the inside, and then back outside of the shepherds, helps show the wide impact of Jesus' birth. Even though it happens in a small quiet place, the news of his birth reaches heaven and earth. The poem makes us feel the contrast between the greatness of what has happened and the simplicity of the place where it happened. The moment is both very human and very divine. This idea is closely related to one of the central beliefs of Christianity, the Incarnation. This is the belief that God became human in the form of Jesus, born to the Virgin Mary. The poem brings out this idea through the way it mixes grand and humble images. For example, while angels sing and snow falls from the sky, Jesus is born in an old, cold barn with very little to keep him warm. The poem shows us how the divine has come into the world in a simple and very human way. The change in the language of the poem also reflects this idea. Early on, the baby is called Jesus, which is his personal name. But at the end, the poem uses the word Christ, which is a title that means the Anointed One or the Messiah. This change in wording shows that as the poem moves forward, the baby Jesus is recognized not just as a human child, but as the promised Savior. The poem starts in a small private space and ends in a more public and divine moment, showing how the importance of Jesus' birth grows as the poem goes on. The poem also draws attention to the connection between humans, nature, and the divine. It is not people who keep Jesus warm, but the breath of oxen, simple farm animals. Instead of soft blankets, there is straw. Instead of curtains, there are spider webs. The animals and the natural world play an important role in the birth of Jesus. This shows how even the most ordinary and humble parts of the world can be part of something holy. Another important symbol in the poem is the shepherd. In real life, shepherds take care of sheep. In Christianity, Jesus is often called a shepherd because he is seen as someone who guides and protects people. This image links the natural world with religious meaning, showing how human life and divine purpose come together in this moment. Color is used in a very thoughtful way in the poem. Though only a few colors are mentioned, the sky is dark while the snow is white. These two colors seem to stand for two different things: darkness for the world without Jesus, and white for the purity and hope he brings. The white snow falling from the dark sky can be seen as a symbol of Jesus himself, a pure gift coming from a place of mystery.